Hello, hello, good day. I am here to do a reading. I am Sue Pickering. We are going to do, there's an eclipse season coming up after not this next full moon, but the next one. And I just have been getting a lot of energy around it. Eek, it is going to be, for some people, it's going to be opening up, splitting open some things that are needed to be looked at. There's an aspect of healing. There is an aspect of seeing self through others' eyes, possibly, is what's coming in. We are going to get started on the energy around that, okay? And we will see what we get. And yeah, it's going into September, this eclipse season. And I'm a little early on it, but that's what I've been called to read about and talk about through this reading. Okay, uncovering treasure. Ooh, this is beautiful. Beneath the surface lies great bounty. So what I'm feeling is there's aspects here for underneath the surface of all of us is something that is greater. So with what I said before about uncovering, about bringing things to the surface, can be hard at first. And then what happens is you uncover these things, you go through what some people feel is a hard time. It's like the phoenix rising, but underneath all of that is where the joy is, the happiness, and bringing all the things to the surface. It's like throwing a rock in water and it gets all murky, like a pond gets all murky. And then from there, you can, look at things, allow things to settle. And when the things settle after, there is your treasure. That is beautiful. As hard as, it can be, looking at some of the things, there's treasure beneath the surface. Now I'm going to pull from a brand new deck that I have. It's an animal spirits. So there is, maybe what I'm feeling is when and if you go through a time where the ground feels a little shaky, who do you call on? What animal spirits to call on to help you, guide you through this? We got number 15, Owl, Thinking and Learning. I love this deck. This is a brand new deck. I have both of her decks, and they're both beautiful. Anyway, I'm feeling like there's aspects here about, taking a step back. If the water gets murky, take a step back and go, hey, wait a minute, what do I need to learn from this? What do I need to learn about myself? Because I feel like some of us are going to be confronted with some of the hard things. Like, people are going to be calling you out. This isn't for everyone, but this is the energy for a lot of this eclipse coming up. People are going to be calling you out. And, sometimes we take that as someone feeling like they're attacking us, but what do we need to learn from it? Like, if someone is telling us something, yes, often it is a mirror of themselves, 100%. So you have to decipher whether there is a lesson here for you. What do you need to learn? Call on the owl to know what it is that you need to gain knowledge behind. Owls are about knowledge, knowing, and what is there to learn is what they're saying. Okay, not everything is a lesson. Sometimes a lesson is to walk away from someone that is pushing you in a direction that they are portraying, but sometimes we need to see our own reflection in who we are as well. 6 of Cups came out reversed. Okay, there is something that is something is going to be coming to the surface. And again, it's good because underneath that is a treasure. Underneath that, maybe there's going to be something, a shadow aspect. Someone says something to you and it brings up your shadow, meaning like, why am I reacting like this? There is something deeper. I had a reading yesterday, and like we brought up some things from when this person was a child, and it is affecting them today. And what a great experience to be able to know something that has happened from your past is creating lessons for today. I find that that is a space where you can really go to break free and find the treasure underneath. Okay, there is something here to break free from. It is not something that is happening to you. It is a space for you to break free, to learn, to grow, and become more of who you are in such a beautiful way. That is our ultimate goal, is to come back to our soul, to discover who we are, the good person, the love, all of the things. Knight of Cups. So we have here, you're in control. You get to decide whether you are going to move forward. You're going to decide when you move forward. If something does arise, how you move forward. You get to decide the path. This is up to you. You can have things happen and not do anything with it as well. So just know that you are the one in control. This is to do with emotions. This is to do with um, emotional fulfillment, possibly. Uh, this could mean someone coming back into your life to show you what you need to learn, whether you have grown enough to keep that boundary up, whether you have grown enough to allow this person back into your life, however that looks for you. Okay, that's too many. We got a pile here. This is the second deck too. I can't remember now. It is the Feminine Wisdom deck. Feminine, yeah, Feminine Wisdom deck. I bought a few decks. I can't remember the names. Balance, spiritual and physical steadiness, number 22. So there's definitely an aspect of relationship, partnership that is going to come to the surface, okay? This is going to bring you to a space. You have either grown or not, or you have to look at more things that are beneath the surface. It's funny. I had a conversation with a friend the other day, and we were talking about family, and she had brought up some stuff that an aspect of her shadow that she has healed, and someone had said something to her in her family, and she went into the space of, you know what, that used to trigger me when she used to say those things to me. Now I am not going back into that. So that is an aspect of what this eclipse is going to bring. Even if you've healed those aspects, it doesn't mean that something is going to be put in front of you to look at yourself. It might be a space for some of you. It is for you to go through some of those shadow aspects, but in some cases for you, things are going to be presented again to see if you've really broke free from those aspects, if you've broken free from, the lessons. And you will know, because you won't go back into those triggers. You will just move on and say, you know what, I am grateful that I am no longer being pulled back into the old traumas. Okay, Seven of Cups reversed. So there's an aspect here of feeling like you don't have a choice. Okay, feeling like you don't have a choice when someone says something. You do. We all have choices. Um, Whether we react, respond, whether we do something or not, we do have choices. And if you feel like you don't have a choice, where in your shadow are you not standing up for yourself? Where are you feeling like you don't have a voice? Because that is something that you are telling yourself, that you don't have a choice, that you don't have a voice. However, that you can relate to that for yourself. Okay. Two of Wands, there's some discovery. What's more after all of this is coming through? What is more for you to come? What is out there that will bring you more self discovery? What is out there for you to find joy, to take the choice that you're going to live in joy, or take a choice to walk away, or take a choice to have a voice, however that looks for you, okay? This came out sideways. The moon came out sideways, and the Nine of Swords came out sideways. So don't go back into those old habits of being in your head, telling yourself a story. That is not true. If it is fact, and that is truth. If not, if you're telling yourself, well, you didn't have a voice, well, you chose not to speak. That is right. That is a choice. Sometimes we don't want to step into something because we have fear. There's an aspect of fear here. And feeling like your hands are tied, feeling like you don't have a choice. So I don't know what's going to be happening during this eclipse, but for you to feel like you don't have a choice. And yeah, I just feel like it's time to step more into your power, into knowledge. What do you need to learn? Call on the owl to give you strength, knowledge, to learn more. To learn more about the situation. There's treasure here for you to uncover, okay? We've got the Knight of Wands moving forward in a forward motion, not backward. Yes, if we are presented with something we need to look at within our shadow, we don't look back, we discover, we find more of what we need to learn, to know, but we need to move forward. What are we moving forward into or with? I will pull a card for that. Yeah, and there's a lot of, and for some of you, this is moving forward with your passions, with where you're headed next on your journey. Wow, I love this. Okay, we have got moving forward with more of this discovery of who you are in your path, where you're going on your path, moving forward into the big world. So if you're not moving forward, you're choosing something. You're choosing not to step into it. You're choosing that. Okay. This is what they're showing me. Movement forward throughout this eclipse season coming up. And it is going to be awesome because look at that outcome. It is the sun. The sun is the outcome when you can move forward, when you can allow for that murky water to settle, or when the water is murky, what do you need to learn? What do you need to do to know? Call upon the owl to ask for help. I would love to see someone come back to this video if they actually see an owl in physical form, like the actual animal, not just on, well, it could be on through social media, through a picture or whatever, but to actually see one, that would be so amazing throughout this. And knowing that you're calling it in to talk to it, that would be, well, I would love that. Anyway, that is what I have for you today. I thank you for being here, and I much appreciate so many of you, all of you. There's some of you that comment every single day, like my posts every single day, watch every single day, and I am so grateful for each and every one of you. I even have some, if I'm not on, they contact me and ask me if all is okay. That is such a beautiful community, and I thank you so deeply. And I am so grateful because without you guys watching, I don't know if I would continue doing this because there is a purpose for me doing it. Thank you and have a magical, magical day. Much love.